What's going on, guys? It's Nick here, back with another fantasy football video. It's the Thursday video, so we're going to do a mock draft, testing things out. Remember, if you don't know, and actually I guess if you're watching later on, I'm going to announce when the Thursday mock draft is versus the Monday mock draft. Monday mock drafts are going to be, this is my team, this is like my money league, I want to kill it in this draft, exactly what I would do if it were my team. And Thursday, we're going to be like testing stuff out. So maybe we take, like last week I took a quarterback early, saw how the team kind of worked out. Maybe this week we go running back heavy, which I don't normally do. Maybe we take a tight end early. I haven't done that yet in a mock draft, but we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to try and do something different in these ones just so we can see how they work out. Also, we're using Fantasy Football Calculator for this one. I'm going to be switching around the sites. I prefer ESPN, but some people don't use that, so we're going to go with this site for this video. And some people are saying like ESPN's too easy right now. I did a mock draft earlier, and it was essentially the exact same team that I've been getting on ESPN. So I don't think the ADPs are different, but if someone's higher, that means someone else is lower. So it's not really that different. Our picks coming up. I'm still getting used to the site a little bit. We went Zeke, David Johnson, Bell, Antonio, Melvin Gordon at 5. Okay, that's a bit of a reach. Evans, Julio dropped to 7. And then Odell just kind of got auto-picked by a team who's in the lobby. So this is standard scoring. We've got McCoy, A.J. Green, Devonta Freeman, DeMarco, and then we're not looking down there. So the pick here is McCoy or A.J. Green. Maybe we'll go running back heavy. We'll go running back heavy with tight ends or something. If this was my team, I'd probably still go McCoy. In a standard league, yeah, it picks McCoy here. Running backs are more important in standard scoring than PPR, even though McCoy is a great PPR guy, especially with Gillislee gone. Gillislee was like the goal line guy. I mean, the guy had 9? It was either 7 or 9 touchdowns. I think it was 9 touchdowns. And they have someone backing him up, but no one that's going to push him for anything. So if he stays healthy, he's top 5 easy. I have him as the clear-cut 4 behind Zeke, David Johnson, Bell. I do have Zeke 1 in standard. I have this exact ranking. So Zeke, DJ, Bell, Antonio. That's how my ranking in standard. Jordy's a good pick in standard scoring because of the assured touchdowns. You can't guarantee touchdowns with anyone, but you can with Jordy. He's a good pick. Like, I prefer early second, but in standard he does get a bump. I would have taken A.J. Green first. Kind of wanted Freeman there because, again, assured touchdowns. The pick's A.J. Green, right? We can do A.J. Green. I really like Jordan Howard, but that's a bit of a reach. Standard scoring, though, Jordan Howard's a solid pick. Okay, it's Jordan Howard or it's A.J. Green. If we're testing things out, if this was my team, I'd probably pick A.J. Green. But if we're going to test things out, I've yet to do a draft, I think, where I took 2 running backs. So let's just see. I might go 3. I might go like wide receiver 0. Because this would be a type of draft where you would go wide receiver 0. Maybe a 12-team league would be more ideal. But standard scoring, you're not going to do a wide receiver 0 in a PPR league. Wow. Marshawn Lynch, middle of the second round. So after my pick, it was A.J. Green got taken. Then Jay Ajayi, DeMarco, Marshawn, Lamar Miller. Like, jeez, I'm crow. There's still some really good wide receivers available at the end of the second round. So that's way too early for Lamar Miller. That's way too early for Lynch. That's way too early for Melvin Gordon. Fournette just got taken. That's a little bit too early for him, in my opinion. I have Gurley a little bit ahead of him. Gurley got taken. They're in that like second kind of tier. Rodgers got picked by the computer. And then Michael Thomas. Yeah, there's 3 computer picks. It's 9:17 in the morning. I'm supposed to have this uploaded around this time, but I haven't had time to do so. I haven't had time to like make a mock draft. So we're doing this one now. Who do we want? Let's sort by running back. Let's just see. So Crowell would be nice with the next pick. We're not touching Ware or Hyde. Mixon. I mean, if we could get So Gronk got taken. Brady got taken in the third. Oh, a thing on Amari, just real quick. Levitan seems to really like Amari Cooper. Adam Levitan, if you guys don't know who he is, you should follow him on everything he posts. He's a lot more into like daily fantasy, but I trust everything Adam Levitan says. So it's Adam Levitan, it's Evan Silva, Matthew Freeman, Matt Kelly, there's probably plenty of guys that I'm not talking about, but Brandon Cooks. So we're going to go. Let's just see who the wide receivers are real quick, so we're not being super dumb. No, there's really no one that I'm reaching for here. So let's just see. We'll take Crowell. And then hopefully we can take Mixon with this next pick. And we're just loaded up. We're loading up. And for all the people who are like, you should be building the rest of your lineup, not your bench. Come back to me in week 6 when your bench is your lineup. Because your guys got hurt or on bye or just stink. Don't think you can just draft 2 running backs and they're going to work out for the entire year. Alright. So our current running back core. McCoy, Jordan Howard, Isaiah Crowell, Mixon. I feel as though I can say that that's pretty safe. I don't think I need to go a 5th round. What I am curious on is if I can grab like Kelsey and Olsen soon. Where are they going? Olsen's a little later than Kelsey. Oh, it doesn't have ADPs, I guess. Guess I go by all. So Kelsey's coming up real quick. Olsen's probably a round later. Yeah, he's a round later. Am I reading that right? Martavis Bryant's going that high? That's too high. Really? Kelsey's going ahead of Jordan Reed. I mean, yeah, I get it. With the risk and everything. I would take Kelsey instead of Reed. I just thought people would value the upside for Reed more. Gillislee's a good pick in the 5th round. So after my pick, it was McCaffrey, Baldwin. Yep, it's already my pick. Okay. Can't keep talking. So Kelsey got taken. Reed's still available if we want to grab him. The wide receivers, you can't touch Jarvis. The wide receiver pick would be Crabtree. And then there's a drop-off. So we probably need to take Crabtree. I really like Crowder Diggs. We're either taking Crabtree. We're going to take Crabtree. Because I see a drop-off there. Crabtree, and then it's Olsen. I think we can wait on Crowder Diggs, hopefully. I know it's a long time until our pick, but I think we can wait. If we could get Crowder Diggs with our next 2 wraparound picks, that is looking like a good team. But hopefully, let's see if we can take Olsen here. Because again, after Olsen, I mean, I see a mini drop-off. It's not like a massive drop-off, but I do see one. Nice. Alright. Also, is there even a way... I know some of you use this site more than me. Is there a way to, like... I guess not. I just wanted to see my team. Like, I don't even know... What's the roster setting here? Is it... Like, is it 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex? Is it 3 wide receiver and a flex and 2 running back? The league I play in is 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a running back / wide receiver, and a flex. You could start the 4 running backs I picked, which would make this a more viable strategy. It makes wide receiver 0 and running back 0 both viable. But it's not like... I don't know what the roster setting is. It doesn't tell you anywhere. But whatever. We're just assuming. I'm assuming standard. So like 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. That's what I'm assuming here. Which you can still do that. What I just picked. Kelvin Benjamin just went way too early. Doug Martin went way too early. He went the pick after me. Eddie Lacy's a solid pick. Matt Ryan's too early. Derrick Henry was too early. Alright, so it's my pick. Oh, this is glorious. I can actually still take Golden Tate as well. So it's Golden Tate, Crowder, and Diggs. I mean, Tate, yeah. I like Crowder and Diggs, but we'll take Golden Tate, and then I'll take Diggs. I like Diggs more than Crowder. Diggs is being disrespected right now. Frank Gore is not a good pick right there. It makes no sense that Stephon Diggs is not going in like the 6th round. He should be going in the 6th round. But we'll take Garcon would be a great pick as well coming up. This is a viable strategy. Wide receiver 0 in standard. Even in PPR. If this was a PPR team, McCoy, Howard, Crowell, Mixon for your running backs, and then Crabtree, Tate, Diggs. That's a fine PPR team as well. Standard, Crabtree's better in standard. Tate and Diggs are better in PPR, but Tate has touchdown upside. Not like insane touchdown upside, but both those guys are going to get 90 plus receptions probably. Like that translates to yards. And Diggs was fine in the touchdown department for when he was actually playing. He was hurt for a lot of last year, and he's super young. But like I was saying with Cooper way earlier, I haven't read up the article that Levitan posted, but I think he's all over Cooper as like a really solid, like late 2nd, early 3rd round pick in PPR scoring. So I'll have to read up on that and tell you guys. Rob Kelly just went way too early. Let's look at the running backs again just to see if someone's fallen. Yeah, it's Pirine, Kareem Hunt, Marlon Mack. You guys have heard me talk about all of them. It would be Pirine right now. But Crowder's still... Jeez, I'm crow. So Crowder's still available and Garcon's still available. So we're going to grab Crowder. Jeez. This is I didn't even realize that this is why we do these mocks. If you guys want to do this, go ahead. I'm even talking about the Olsen pick. Because it's not a Gronk Reed pick that I'm very much opposed to unless you can get Gronk pretty late. Like, this is a good team. Decker has not signed as of recording this, but he's not a bad pick. I was really hoping he was going to go to the Ravens, but they got Wallace, and I'm just not touching the Ravens anymore. Oh, God. It's either Pirine or Garcon. I guess we'll take Pirine, because although I think Mixon's a great pick, and I think Crowell's safe, and I think Howard's safe, and I think McCoy's safe, I feel pretty good having 5 running backs. Like, I don't think I need to really take running backs coming up. Whereas if I took Garcon, he's more of a PPR. Garcon's more of a PPR guy because they're not going to score many points. He's going to be heavily targeted. I mean, heavily targeted. He's going to be, I don't know, top. I'm not good with projecting targets, but definitely top 20. Probably top 15 in targets. I'm really not sure, but I would guess top 15 in targets. Yeah, he just went a little bit towards the later round. Defenses are starting to get taken in the 10th. It does say this 15 rounds, so again, we're taking defense kicker in the 14th and 15th. Usually we take tight end late, but we already did that. It's our pick again. It's between Cam Meredith, drop off, Doxson later, Rubber Woods potentially, but preferably not. Yeah, Meredith and then drop off. I'm not even gonna look at the running backs. Well, before that pick. For the running backs, it's Kareem Hunt, it's Marlon Mack, both preferably PPR plays. If you want, you can take Terrence West to start the year. I'm not. Who are the quarterbacks? Still got Rivers. Tyrod Taylor, I really like. Rivers or Tyrod Taylor. I guess we can take Rivers with this pick because I didn't see any running backs or wide receivers jumping out to me. I feel like a lot of these late round flyer running backs are the same, so just grab whichever one doesn't get picked first. In PPR, I do really like Marlon Mack and Kareem Hunt. Yeah, let's just take Rivers. I think the talk about his early schedule is a little bit too hyped right now. I mean, when he's still going behind Eli and Mariota, who's still hurt, and Dak has a really tough schedule. Dak has like one of the hardest passing schedules. And the only thing behind Rivers was people saying, oh, he might be dropped, which is understandable. He might be dropped after some of these really tough games. I mean, I think he plays like the Giants and then the Broncos. Like, it was just like back to back to back. He was just playing really hard defenses. He could be dropped. And then he has a super easy schedule second half. But listen, if you can endure that first half, or even just stream, honestly, if a guy stinks on your bench, just stream that quarterback position. I hate having two quarterbacks, but if you know he has, like, we're building a championship team, right? I can take a few losses, and even not losses with a good team, but I can take a few dud performances from a quarterback early if I know in the championship and later I'm getting a stud. This is why I make the videos, guys. O.J. Howard. That was not a computer. Team 3. It's still happening. Like, you guys are saying, like, stop making these videos about, like, Jordan Howard or O.J. Howard being a terrible pick. It's like, people still doing it, so I don't get why I have to keep saying it, apparently. Don't pick O.J. Howard. Oh, Kareem Hunt just won. So, I don't know the roster setting, but we've got 5 running backs and 4 wide receivers. We've got our quarterback and we've got our tight end. So, let's look at the wide receivers. I'm not touching Mike Williams. Marvin Jones, I already have Tate. Don't touch John Ross. Not going to lie, I prefer Robbie Anderson over Enunwa. Terrell Williams is not a bad pick. Josh Doxson's probably the pick here. Not the greatest reports out of camp so far, but you know what? He's got way more upside than anyone else on this list. So we'll take Doxson. I mean, there's a world, you guys have heard me say it before, there's a world where he is the #1 receiver on their team. So I'm going to take that. Like not in the future, like this year. There's a world where he beats out Terrell Pryor. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Terrell Pryor is a safe pick with touchdown upside. I think he's a great pick, honestly. But, I mean, you saw him. He was my #1 breakout candidate on that video. Now, my other breakout candidates are on my team. Diggs and Crowder. Those are the guys. And Meredith. So, wow. I guess the big takeaway from this video is you can go wide receiver 0 even in a year that, so last year, that's my fault. I didn't realize it was my pick, but we had to go defense kicker anyways. I would have taken other defenses. I'm not touching the Vikings. I'd have taken the Eagles. But last year, theoretically from a value standpoint, was the year to go wide receiver 0. Since everyone was going RB 0, you just want to do the opposite of everyone else. If people are taking one position early, you just avoid that position from a value standpoint and take the other position. But you can go both this year because I think it's more stabilized. I think it returns more towards the mean for both because it was a super outlier for both positions last year. Let's just take Boswell. Pittsburgh scores a lot. It was an outlier, extreme outlier from the wide receiver position, and then just exit this. It was another extreme outlier for the running back position and how good the early running backs panned out. Like, that doesn't happen every year. Most years, it's way more duds for the early running backs and way less duds for the wide receiver. So I think there's going to be an overcorrection. In my opinion, come August, there's going to be at least one more running back going in this first round. Maybe 2. Like, you might see, honestly, there's a chance that, like, DeMarco moves up to the end here, the early second. Ajayi, Howard, and Freeman are all in the first. And we're seeing Jordy out of the first, Evans out of the first, and only Antonio, Julio, and Odell. That's honestly what I think is going to happen. It's only those three going in the first round. But the team looks good. You can do wide receiver 0. McCoy, Howard, Crowell, Mixon. I think it's a reach on Crowell. I think that people keep hearing Crowell's a value, Crowell's a value, Crowell's a value when he was in the 5th. And that jumped him to the 4th, and that's jumping him to the 3rd. Don't touch Crowell ahead of the Gurley, Fournette. Miller is the same pick as Crowell. I'm not touching Lynch. But don't about the other guys like Murray, Ajayi. AP went before. I didn't even notice that. AP is a 5th round pick. But Crowell is the next best guy, which is why I took him. It's Crowell and then Mixon for me. So it just seems early, but I guess that's where the value is. But regardless, McCoy, Howard, Crowell, Mixon, that's a great core with Perine Late, who I think is going to be the starter. I think he should be in the 8th round right now. Even our wide receiver core, Crabtree, Golden Tate, Diggs, Crowder, Meredith, Doxson, perfectly fine with that. Rivers and Olsen are our tight end. Wow. All right. That's why we do the Thursday video. The Thursday video, I'll go over the full week. Mock draft Monday, some sort of strategy on Tuesday. Wednesday right now is strategy based, but come mid-July through the end of the year is going to be all the rankings going to be out on the Wednesday videos. Thursday is going to be testing some new strategy out. I might use this for the Monday videos because this actually worked. And then Friday is some sort of top 5. So tomorrow's video is top 5 late round flyer wide receivers. I'm just finishing up who they are right now. I have 4 of them locked in, but I think I'm going to change one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the 5th. And then I have to obviously look up the stuff for him, and then I'll record the video and everything. But that's for tomorrow. Next Friday is going to be breakout running backs, which is different from late round flyer. Watch the video I did. Late round flyers, guys you can take late that can break out. Or I shouldn't have even said that. Guys you can take late, like real late. Like all the guys I have for tomorrow's video, I believe are 55th wide receiver on. And then breakout means they could be a 1. Like they could be a stud. So that's the end of this video. Again, you want to go wide receiver 0? Go for it. Because it works apparently. In standard. In PPR, I'm a little more hesitant. But in standard scoring, wow. That's the way to go. I got all picks I like. So that's the end of this one. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button. If you did not, hit that dislike button and tell me why in the comment section below. Join the Facebook group if you haven't already. Check out our website in the description down below. But that's the end of this one, and thanks for watching.